Hello YouTube, welcome back to another edition of my transporter modifications and the little story and journal that I've been taking you on these last few months. As you know, we're going through a bit of a coronavirus pandemic at the moment, and I've got myself a Corona cut. It's absolutely gorgeous weather today, so you thought I'd use this opportunity to do another mod update. And today I've got myself a used leather steering wheel straight out of a highline model. Although my van looks a bit sportline highline, it's not, and it's been modified by a previous owner to a large extent. I've done a lot of the modifications myself. Probably the lion's share of the modifications on this van I've done myself since I bought it. So today I'm going to be upgrading the old grubby tatty rubber steering wheel that came with the van to this nice shiny new leather one. So let's get to it. The tools that you're going to need to achieve this job and to remove the old steering wheel is you're going to need a plastic trim removal tool, one like this one, which you're just going to need to shimmy in behind the steering wheel on the cowling or plastic trim that you've got, just to give you a bit of better access to behind the steering wheel. The second tool that you're going to need is to remove the spline bolt that holds the steering wheel on. Most people use an M12. I actually am going to be using a T5, which is just as good and does the job, with an adapter, a lengthy adapter on there, so you can get your wrench on there to remove the steering wheel. Another really good tip as well is to use your phone screen as a mirror, so you can actually see clearly behind the back of the steering wheel, because you're actually going to need to put a screwdriver in to remove a tiny little prong that comes down that actually clips the airbag to the steering wheel, because in order to get to the bolt that holds the steering wheel in place, you're going to need to remove the airbag. Now, I've actually managed to wobble my airbag free without actually having to disconnect the battery and without actually having to take that plastic cowling off. But some of you might find it easier to remove this. I didn't actually need to. I managed to find where I needed to go without actually needing to take that off. So now you just have to be very careful to remove the airbag and unclip the connector from the airbag itself, and so you can get to the spline bolt. So that's actually the airbag removed. It's all unclipped. Now I just need to get to this bolt here using this T55 adapter straight in here, and now I can begin taking the wheel off. So I've just fast forwarded to the end, as I'll now take the bolt has now been removed, and just need to make a mark now as a reference to see where the centre of the steering wheel is. And there goes our tatty old steering wheel. I'm just going to leave that there. And here comes our replacement steering wheel, which, if I'm not mistaken, is about there. So I've just fitted the new steering wheel on in place and just got it all married up and lined up, and it looks absolutely perfect. As you can see, there's a dot there which lines up with the grooves already marked on the steering wheel. So that's currently how it looks as it sits in place. Now all we have to do is put the bolt, which was already lying on the base of the steering wheel, back in, get it all tightened up nicely, and give you a before and after. So there we are, boys and girls. That's pretty much the end of this video. Really simple. I mean, that took me 5 minutes to not only remove the old one, but to replace and put the new one on, which looks amazing. It looks really good. I've cleaned it up as well just to take some of the grubbiness off, but yep, feels nice and premium, which is great. Obviously a clear indicator that this is the replacement highline model is the fact that this has got a little kind of metal trim down here at the bottom. Also, just to bear in mind as well that I didn't actually remove the cowling, and neither did I disconnect the battery. I know that some people might be a little bit more precautious and disconnect the battery and take the cowling off. Neither of those I need to do, which obviously made the job a lot easier. But bear in mind, it is a dangerous job. There is a risk the airbag can go off, and some of you may find it easier, or certainly safer, to disconnect the battery before attempting the job. Thanks ever so much for watching. I hope this has been really helpful, and if you like what you saw, please hit like and subscribe for more content. Thanks ever so much, and see you on the next video.